Assalamualaikum guys, how are you? I hope so you all are doing great. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today again I'm with you with a new topic. So today I'm going to just discuss about you with about English, because maths were being boring for most of you. So today I'm going to do English, and a very easy topic for more everyone, I think so, is adjective. So today let's take a recap of adjective. So adjectives, degrees of adjective and its usage. So can you guess the function of an adjective? Like there are sentences are giving and you have to guess the basic function of it. Like your car is very expensive. Here if you see it's expensive, it's in bold, that means it's of red color. Expensive basically a feeling that describes that how something is or what's the cost of something. And his hair is long and shiny. Like how are his hair? They can be dull and brownish. So but they're telling us specifically that his hair are long and shiny. There is a colorful garden in front of my house. So colorful basically tells it how the garden can be wilted, it can be bad, it can be smelly, but they are telling it's a colorful garden. So these words, so I get to know that any word that describes a noun, basically if you see that here colorful is describing a garden. Hair long and shiny are describing his hairs. Expensive is describing the car. Like that means an adjective is basically something that describes a noun or a pronoun. If pronoun is basically your and his, so here your and his are pronouns, so that can be a noun and a pronoun both. So we have to underline adjective in each of the following and circle the noun that qualify. The sharp nail pricked my little finger. Here if you look at sharp and little, sharp is basically that is like sharp nail, that is how are the nails. Little finger, that means which finger that was. So here sharp and little are the adjectives and nail and finger are the nouns because they are being described. Then the backpack is heavy. Here heavy is adjective that is telling it how is the backpack, and backpack is basically the noun that is being discussed about. The funny clown had colorful balloons. So here funny and colorful, they both are adjective because funny tells it how was the clown and colorful tells how are the balloons. So that means here clown and balloons are also noun, because here in funny clown was being discussed, and here colorful balloons were being discussed. My hungry pet begged for food. So here we have an example: the hungry pet begged for food. So here hungry is basically an adjective that tells how is the pet, and pet is the noun because it tells who we are talking about. We build a huge snowman. Here huge is basically an adjective that tells how is the snowman, and snowman is the noun that tells who we are talking about and who is the use. I lost my new bracelet. So here new is basically an adjective that tells how is the bracelet, and a bracelet is basically a noun that describes it how was the bracelet. So here they are saying that you have to add a suitable adjective for the following nouns. So here first of all I'm having dash bungalow. So bungalow is a place, so I'm going to write beautiful bungalow. Okay, it's a beautiful place. Then I'm having dash dragon, so the terrible dragon because it's not good. Dash teacups, yummy teacups, and then dash handbags, that can be cute handbags. So now I'm having the definition of an adjective. An adjective of quality changes its form when it is used to compare one noun with another. So basically whenever we are comparing a noun, we are comparing an adjective with a noun, so we have to compare their forms also. It is called a degrees or comparison of adjective. Whenever we have to compare something with someone and that are adjective, that means we're going to do the comparison, or you can write the degrees or the comparison of adjectives. So adjectives, and there are 3 degrees. So adjectives are also used to compare things, a thing to other things, people's, place, and animals or events. So if you're having one thing and we can compare it to more things, that is called the degrees of adjective. Adjective, it has 3 degrees: positive degree, comparative degree, and superlative degree. What happens? So what do we do in a positive degree? So here whenever we are talking about a single thing, that is a positive degree, like a big or heavy or light, these all are the positive degrees. And what is a comparative degree? Where you're talking about 2 things, only 2 persons, 2 things, or 2 places are being discussed. Like if I'm going to do a comparative degree of big, that is going to be bigger, or if I do of heavy, that would be heavier. If I'm going to do of light, that is going to be lighter. but the superlative degree is the biggest degree among all. If you're having three or more than three, when you're talking about more than three or more than three places, things, objects, so you're going to use the superlative degree. So here, if I'm going to do the superlative degree of big, that's going to be biggest. Superlative degree of heavy is going to be heaviest, and superlative degree of light is going to be lightest. So degrees of comparison. So you have a positive, let me do it in a brief way. Positive degrees, so you have to focus only one now, no comparison. You're talking about no comparison, you're just having a single thing you're talking about. Like the pencil is long, here we're talking about only one pencil, so that easily gives the answer that one pencil is long. Tina is happy, no one other is happy with Tina, only singular Tina is happy. Let's clean the dirty room. That means dirty means we are not talking about much rooms, we are only talking about one room. Okay, comparative degree. So you have to compare two people, things, places, or events, like loud, louder, than, etc. So hot, hotter, fat, fatter. So whenever you're talking about any two things, you're going to use a comparison of comparative degree. So whenever you're going to talk about two things, you're going to use the comparative degree. Then like comparative degree, I'm having add. You have to add IER plus less and plus more, ठीक then, and then is used to talk about the comparative degree, ठीक so you can add ER like heavier, and IER lighter or tinier, and less you can also use in it, and more you can also use, ठीक and that is basically used is a very normal thing that we all listen from our elders. Then I'm having an example like my pencil is longer than yours. Now this indicates that my pencil is bigger, that means longer than yours. Here two people are being discussed, me and my someone else, so that means my pencil is longer than you, that means we're talking about two people, that is a comparative degree. Sad is less careful than Ali, that means less careful here tells us that it is having action that is less than something, okay. So here we're talking about two peoples also. Degrees of comparison. Superlative degree. What's a superlative degree? In which we compare about three or more than three people, animal, things, places, or events, like hot, hotter, hottest, fat, fatter, fattest. If you're talking about three or more than three places, events, people, objects, that means you're doing superlative degree. Degrees of comparison. Superlative degree, you have to add est, iest, least, most. Take a die is used with this degree. Like example, let me give you. Today was the wettest day of the year. The wettest, that tells that among all 12 months or 365 days, the wettest day was today, okay. Kashmir is the most beautiful place in Pakistan, so you know that how much places are there in Pakistan. More than 60 places are present in Pakistan, so that means only Kashmir is the most beautiful, okay. Then we're having degrees of comparison. Less or more is to use with a longer comparative adjectives like serious, colorful, difficult. Example, like look at the example. Tom looks more serious than John. Here in this example, it's giving that Tom looks more serious than John. Here that means when you are talking about most, use not to. If you're even talking about comparative, you can also use the normal forms, more than, okay. The butterfly is more more colorful than the bird. That means you're doing the comparison. So more than. Multiplication is less difficult than division. So less than, you can see here. More than and less than. Then guess the missing degrees of the adjectives, like there are fields over here. Positive, comparative, superlative, sweet, that means sweeter, and then superlative is the sweetest, happy, happier, the happiest. You have to use the given degrees in adjective in a meaningful sentences fast. Let me tell you one thing, you cannot say like if you have the word fast, you're going to look like this. I ran wait, let me think. You can say yes, after running fast you can hear your heart pound, like when you run so much fast in a race basically, so your heart basically runs so fast. So I hope so it's clear to you that what is that this meaning. Basically fast means like after running so fast you can feel your heart pounds, okay. Then we are having the sentence of the most useful. Like you can say Science is the most useful subject to learn about planets, or you can say math is the most useful subject to learn about. You can write it to learn about doing equivalence. And then you can write my best friend is, here I'm having the word funnier, so you can write my best friend is more funnier than my friend. Like you can write the best friend and friend, they have so much long distance. That means best friend is best forever and friend is a normal friend, so that means my best friend is more funnier than the friend. Okay, you have to use the suitable degrees of adjective. Bears are dashed and koalas. So you can write, here we are having big, so you have to write bigger because two people are being discussed. Today the weather is dash than yesterday. Gooder, I'm going to write gooder than yesterday's, because here we're discussing about 2 days, like that was today and yesterday. I am the dash boy in the class, smartest boy. I'm the smartest boy because here in the whole class you're discussing about, so there are more than 3 students. Harsh drawn carriages are dash, so they are going to be slow. Okay, your Sam form is going to use. Milk is dashed in cola, healthier. Okay, milk is healthier than cola because two things are being discussed. My dress is new. Okay, because one dress is being discussed. So home assignment that you have to learn the given list of the degrees of adjective. Here you can see the first one, you're having long, then longer, then longest, then you're having young, younger, youngest, then brave, braver, bravest, then big, bigger, biggest, fat, fatter, fattest, tiny, tinier, tiniest, heavy, heavier, heaviest, beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful, careful, more careful, most careful, good, better, and best. So guys, I hope so you like today's lecture, today's video. So see you in the next lecture. Do a great happy learning. Till that, take yourself. Allah Hafiz.